everybody, welcome to my channel. So sorry, I'm just straightening you up. So how are you all doing? So this is the second part. I did do it on my new phone again, and I've had to completely get rid of it. It's so embarrassing that it just keeps filming in portrait. So anyway, yesterday I done on the second video of creating the cover for this journal. So I'll just quickly run through for you what we did. So I just used an old book. I created a spine. This is 3 layers of 200 GSM cardstock, and then we used some fabric, and I can take that off of there now. And then I used some denim. I used some interfacing, sorry. Printed out an elephant image, drew around it with some interfacing, and then ironed it on here. And then I've done a little bit of stitching to go around. And then I used a bit of fabric paint to go there. Some old napkin that I just done some threading, a couple of hearts, some nice wooden buttons, and then some pom-poms and a vintage doily. So I thought I need to add a little bit of lace. You know how it is. So yeah, so this morning we are gonna cover the inside here and create that, and then we should be able to, fingers crossed, do the book binding, because I know a gentleman asked how to do book binding, so I'm going to show you my way. There's loads of videos out there on how to do it, but if you're new to this and you've fallen upon my channel, thank you for joining me, and thank you to all existing subscribers. Thank you for coming back. So if you've never done book binding, you really want to, this is from a novice to show you how to do it. So first of all, we're going to measure out how big this is. I'm not going to use that ruler because it's see-through and I can see everything. So we're just going to get a normal ruler. So I would measure that. So that's it's just over, it's about 21.5 centimeters. I'm going to do it to 21 centimeters. And then it is 18 centimeters that way, so we'll do that. We'll get 3 pieces cut out, and then I have some paper to go over it, so 21 and 18. So we're just going to get some normal hardcore 200 GSM, no, 230 GSM this is. So I'm just going to use any old colour, because that one's coming out, because this is going to cover the back anyway. This is going to get covered over. Excuse me. So I've got my cup of coffee, and already the dog attacked me this morning and I spilled it. I did tidy it though. I did tidy it. Right, so I'm going to use my mat, and we're just going to do the 18 centimeter going across that way, and I'm going to use my blade. If you're going to use one of these, please be careful. I don't want no accidents. So I'm just going to go across there and get that done. Oh, that was the ruler. Okay, we'll do it. There we go. And then it was 21 centimeters. Just lining that up. Just going along there. Up there. So that's one side. Just make sure it fits, as you do. And that'll fit perfect. Oh, look at that. Wonderful. So we just need to do another one. So we'll put you up there. Get another bit of cardstock. Don't think I've got any spare that size. And do the same again. Oh, sirens are going. There, please, you. Behave. Behave. Right, okay. You moved. You moved. Why did you move? How dare you? Okay, and then 21. Okay, there's that. Right, okay, so that's those two done. And then I have, so I'm going to do two different styles across the back. So I've got this one for the front and then this one for the back. So we are just going to get move that out of the way. Let's just move it. Right, I'm just going to take these edges off. I'm not going to bother getting the paper cutter. Just do it this way quickly. And make sure that's lined up. One. So how are you all doing? I hope you're doing really well. And busy crafting away to your heart's content. I hope. So I will put the links below for this digital. I used it for a Peter Rabbit's themed junk journal I done for my nephew. Well, it's me and my husband's niece, son. So would that be great nephew? I think. Oh, what's that going on there? Yeah, so that was. I'll get the link to it. So I've got the digital for that as well for you. If you fancy doing a Beatrix Potter one or an Easter one. Shops have already got Easter eggs out. The shop around the corner started putting Easter eggs out after Christmas. It's like, what? Right, okay. It's not going to be big enough. So that's fine. Put it at the top because we're going to have a pocket running across the bottom. Let me just make sure that's the height. So that's fine. So that's nearly covered it. So this will be covered, the bottom half will be covered with fabric to create a pocket. So where's the prick stick gone? I just had it a minute ago. It was there. There it is. I put it here. Couldn't find the lid when that dropped on the floor yesterday, so I've had to borrow one. Okay, so I'm just gonna run across there. Oh, I'm waiting for some blue ones to reappear back in shop, so I can get the blue ones, because at least you can see where you've glued. Right, okay, so trim that off, she says. these. I have to go out and I'm going to buy myself some more scissors because my craft scissors keep disappearing. See, I would go in my husband's shed, but there's big spiders in there. And me and spiders are not friends. It's not normal to have more than 2 eyes, especially when they're staring me down. Okay. Should have just done this with the blade, shouldn't I? Right, we'll keep that anyway. So I need that. It's my ruler. Tidy that up. That's better. Right, so there's one. And then we will sew around that. I've got some blue cotton in there. You don't have to sew. It's just something I like to do. Right, okay, and then we're going to do this one. Right, so that's those two done. So that's my back one. Now we're going to get some fabric. Get some fabric to create a pocket. So I'm just going to take some of this off of here, so I'm not carrying the full load. I should have got this all prepared beforehand, but hey ho. This was like, right, I've got to do this today, I've got to do this. I've got to do this. Right, okay, so what I want to do is, obviously that's too much. So I'm not too bothered about folding it over. Make a nice thick pouch. And then what I want to do is add maybe some of this to there. Oh look, isn't that cute? Right, first of all I'm going to tidy up that edge. She said. That's what she said. And then, oh come on, we're gonna work out roughly the size. So we're gonna go down there like so. And I've only gone over the edge of it because it makes it easier. So I'm just going to fold that down. And then we're going to do a stitch across that in a second. And then glue some of that on, because that's a nightmare to sew over. There we go. There's that bit. So now I just want to run some glue along there. Now I'm going to do that afterwards, because otherwise my needle will be fighting against this with my foot. Not my foot, sewing machine foot. Right, so I'll just quickly go around this with the sewing machine. Put you on pause. Okay, so that's these two done. And as you can see, nicer. You can get quite a lot in there, so it's not tight like paper would be. And I've just done a zigzag all the way around the edge. Right, so we're going to put some of this on. Excuse me, I do apologise for coughing. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a nice thick line going across, like so. Do the same, that one. Like so. I'm just going to lay you down there, my little friend. And tap, 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 like that. Oh, get off. Okay, and that's that one done. Just take that off of there. There's that one done, and then run this across this one. So this is one way of making a journal, baby journal, without it being all frills and laces, but still looking really delicate and, you know, pretty. There we go. So that's those two done. So we will put those into the bag, into the, you know what I mean. Get those into there. So it's just going to be a case of gluing down. Oh look, see, transformation straight away. Now, do I want to put some envelopes in there? I don't know. Maybe an envelope there. I did have some little checkered envelopes. What did I do with those? I've seen them. Seen them. There it is. I've seen it. I thought perfect. You go over that way. No, it's in one of these, isn't it? I've created a load of little mini envelopes. What's that? What's that? Oh, is that it? Is that it? I'm just seeing if I've got any. Oh, that's a pretty one. I wonder if I've got another one. A star. So you can see these are all pre-made envelopes. That's all pinks. Just seeing if I've got another star one. What's here? I have. Okay. Fabulous. So these are just from these, you know, the little small square packs of paper packs. So that's all I've used there. And I thought, well, I don't really use them a lot, so I will make loads of envelopes out of them. Right, okay. Get this one glued up. I just want to trim the corner. this corner. Okay, bit of glue, as you do. Okay, there's one little envelope. So yeah, I just got one of those things from, what's it called? Don't even know where I've put it now. You know, the card makers, envelope makers. From, what's the company called? Is it We Are Memory Keepers, I think. Oh, snip, snip, snip corners. Yeah, so I got one of them. And if there's any papers that I'm not using, I tend to make loads of envelopes with it. And I buy wrapping paper as well and make envelopes using the wrapping paper. I've got templates cut out so I can make the size that I need. Right, okay, so that's that. Now, where am I going to want this situated? Quite like them when they sit there, like so. So let's close you back up a minute. I'm just going to glue this envelope down into place. Beep, 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 beep. There's the glue. Like so. There's one. And then, well, that doesn't look very level clear, does it? That's better. Right, okay, so we'll just put this one in here. So I'm just going to glue down all around the edge. Make sure it sticks in to place. So I'm going to go shopping tomorrow because finally they've let parcels go internationally again. So I've got to post off 2 parcels, get them done. Then I'm going to get some blue pom-pom trim from my local haberdashery. It's only a little shop. Okay, make sure that's straight up there. There, just tap down. Make sure it's glued into place. Like that. Make sure we can shut it. Stick. Right, okay, so that's that one. So let's just close that up a minute, and then, because this one's going on the back, the envelope's got to go this side. So I'm just going to go like so. Make sure it's level at the front. Okay. And then glue all along the edge. Oh, I've got another one of these. We've got another baby coming along in the family. And a few years ago, oh, how old is she now? She's 3. So 3 years ago, I made, no, 2.5 years ago, I made a Beatrix Potter one, but it was all padded with Kafkistan fabrics and that for my husband's niece, our niece, and she's having another baby girl. So I'm going to be creating another journal very shortly. Don't worry if you can still see the book page. That's absolutely fine. Because this is going to be covered in fabric. Right, okay, so in the centre I'm going to use some of this, It's a Boy, and I'm just going to, so it's going to be classed as a bookmark, and I'm just going to glue that down into place. So we get that done first, out of the way, like so. That's just going to sit in there, and then that's that ready. And then just come back, so we don't want it too long, we just want it to the edge, so that's there to there. So we're going to go, I'm going to do it to there. Like so. And then in, where are you, my little diamonds? Are you in this tin? I think you're in this one. Just double check. Oh yes. And then I have, they're too small. Perfect size. Perfect. So I've got some of these. They are for jewellery, but I've been using them for my bookends. So I'm just gonna put that there and clamp into place. Where's my pinchers? For some reason I can't find my pinch. Oh, I can't find nothing at the moment. I'm just gonna clamp that into place so it grabs the lace. There we go. There, so that's our bookmark done. Happy days. Put you up there for a minute. Right, so and then we're going to want some fabric to go down through here. And I don't think that's long enough. No, not quite. So let's get some glue going down through the spine. So I'm going to put some glue along this edge here. Should have done this last, but Claire's not thinking straight. We're just going to run some down through the centre there, down through there, across there, and then just going to run the dabs across there. I'm going to leave this bit because I should have done those last. Right, okay, so we're just going to run that there, and then run that there. And just cross there, maybe. Okay. And then glue along here. Okay, move you pom pom. There. Fab. There. So that's that bit done. We're getting there slowly, guys. Not impressed with that bit across there. Let's see if I can take that off. sit nicely in there, like that. Fabulous. Right. Are we doing 37 minutes? Oh, we're not doing too bad, are we? That's good, that's good. Right, okay, so the next thing is we need to measure this to create the spine. So it was 21 centimetres. So it was 21 and a half. We need to do the half for this. And then it is close it up. So 5.5. So we're gonna go, no, it's 4.5. So we're gonna go to 4. So 21.5 by 4. Make sure that's lined up there. Okay, 21.5. That. And then 4 centimetres. To there. Okay, fab. So there is our thingamajiggy. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to try and fold it in half, because I want to find the centre, because this will be for my pages. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is just so that's that. Okay, so the next bit is I want to create my lines to know where I'm going to do the hole punching. So I need a contrasting colour. Are you going to see it? No. Didn't think I would. Okay. Right. So I'm going to get this lined up. And then I'm just going to draw some lines. So it's 21.5. Half of 21.5. We're going to ignore the half bit. So half of 21 is 10.5 centimetres. This is going to be my centre one. My centre line. Right, and then I'm going to work off of there. So I'm going to have 2 up here and 2 down there. So we're going to go half of 10. Half of 10 is 5. Half of 5 is 2.5. So we're going to go 3. It's going to be my first line. Then we're going to go 3 and 7.5. So I'm just trying to space them out enough. So as you can see, there'll be 1, 2 holes. And we're just going to do the same down here. Make sure that's level. So I'm going to go, we're on there. So I'm going to go 14.5. You haven't got to follow my lines, it's whatever you're comfortable with. Alright guys. I'm just doing it bit by bit, and then I'm going to do 18.5. Okay, and then, because we're going to do, so remember we are 4 centimetres wide, so I want to create 2 lines either side. So I'm going to do one at 1 centimetre. Then we're going to do one at 3 centimetres, like so. Right, so that's giving you your grid. I know you can't really see it. I can. And then I'm going to get my sponge, my crafty sponge, and then I'm just going to pierce some holes in it. So I'm going to remember this is the top, so we need to put, use my fabric pen, T for top, and then we are going to put a hole in the centre of that square, plus sign, and there, and there. Ignore that one because that's your central line. One there, 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 one there, one there. So all I'm using is four holes. You can do the 5th one if you like. It's completely up to you. But I'm just doing 4. That's how I like to roll. That sounds sad then, didn't it? Right, okay. So what I'm going to do next is I am going to get my thingamajig. I'm just going to put this down. Okay, so remember that's your top, that's your bottom. So you want to try and do it as central as possible, which I can see. And then all I'm going to do is clip it there. No, completely missed the cut. Bottom half. Clip it there. Clip it there. All right, that's just holding it into place. And then the same on the bottom, like so. Right, and then I'm just going to get my sponge to put that there. So when you close it, see, it's central. That top bit doesn't, does it? Just needs to go over a tage. Just a tage. That's better. Right, so I'm just going to get my thing and I'm just going to go down. And then what I'll do next is just get my fabric marker. And this, I don't know why I'm doing the centre spots. We'll find something to put in the centre. That was for my thingamajigs, but we'll find something to put in the centre, most probably an envelope or something. So as you can see, it's there, and all I'm going to do is I am just going to go with a little marker, get my blue, I'm just going to highlight them so I can see them. Like so, and then hopefully I can see them on the outside. Oh yes, I can. Is it? Oh, sorry, do apologise. I'm knocking you about. Hope you had your seatbelts on, because that was a bumpy ride. Right, okay, so there's that bit done. So next thing is we're going to get our signatures. So I start with the back signature first, and what we need to do is open it out, just make sure everything is hunky-dory. So this music paper needs to come down a bit so it's equal. You don't have to have equal, I just at the moment. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do is just going to get a giant clip, because they're not big enough, and pinch it so it's holding it all into place. And then I'm going to get another one, which I've just spotted. Excuse my hands, if you can see my arms, apologies, I've just found another one. Everything's coming out. Right, okay, and I'm just going to clamp it there. Okay, and then with my sponge, make sure that's down nice and deep. Then to put that into place. Now, so what I want to do is I want to do it to the top of this line here. So that's the highest point. And then what I'm going to do is just go in as best as I can, squish it down, and there's that one there. That one. That one. Keep that in place, Claire, keep it in place. And then that one. Okay, so all I'm going to do is take that out, and I'm just going to push that right down through to make the hole a little bit bigger. And my needle is not going to have an argument. And this one. There. Right, okay, so that's that one done. Now we're going to get some cotton. Now am I going to use that colour? I think I will. I'm just going to use some of this. Get plenty. Now this is waxed already, and this is for bookbinding. You can buy, if you get heavy duty cotton, you can buy wax bar, and I would run, which I have done on a video a while ago, you run the cotton through the wax, and you do it a couple of times so it builds up a nice barrier and it stops it from fraying. Right, okay, so needle. That's not my needle. Where did I put my needle? There. Okay, so here we go. I'm just gonna move that out of the way, and we'll get this. So I go to the back first, because and then it'll be easier when you put the other one in. So I'm going to go through this hole here first and find it right there and push on through, and then go to the second hole at the top and push on through, and there you can see it there. Hopefully that needle's gone. I'm not saying nothing, I'm not jinxing it. So, and then I'm going to go through the top hole and through that hole, so coming out of the top, and then back down through this hole. Watch you don't split your cotton when you're doing this, because otherwise you won't be able to tighten it, and it is a nightmare. So So just make sure you're coming up through. She says, where are you? Where are you? There. And it doesn't matter if it's all loose because you can tighten it up at the end. Alright, just to make it easier for yourselves. So I'm just going to go back up through that hole again. Just making sure. Then I'm going to go down through this one again. So you're basically going back on yourself. I'm just going to tighten this one because I want that thread out of the way. And there's no rush to doing this either. Take your time if you've never done it before, because the thing is it's more stressful when you're trying to correct it afterwards, especially when you get all the way to the end and then you've got to undo it all because it's gone, the needle's gone through the cotton and you can't tighten it, and we don't want no loose Lucy's signatures. Right, okay, so that's that. I'm going to pull that one down and then we're going to pull this and it will, you'll see it will cinch in, she says. There we go, let's see where it's gone through. So what we have to do is come back out again. There we go. So pull that through. So it's not the end of the world, you can fix it, but just taking your time, which obviously I didn't. Okay. Okay. I think that's better. I think we got it, by George. Yeah, it's tightening out now. Right, okay. And then last one, which is going to play me up now. Which is going to play me up now. Thank you. Okay, so now should be able to, with ease, look at that, pull through and it's nice and tight. Just double check on the air that it's all tight there, which it is. 1, 2, right, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to, not the pointy end because I don't want to rip the paper, just going to push that through like so. Take the needle out. We're just going to tighten it. I like to do 3 knots. And there we go. And there's that bit all done. And if you want as well, you can, if you're a bit unsure about when it's your first time about your stitches, just get a little bit of fabric and you can run a seam down through there. I'll show you what I mean. So we're just gonna snip a bit of this off. Adds that little bit extra touch to it, I think, as well. If you get all the strands out. Oh, she says. And more repair. Right, you off with me. I'm just going to snip that bit off. So just use glue what you've got, fabric glue, 3-in-1, and just run just the seam down through there, like so. And like that. There we go. And that will ensure your knot won't come undone. So there you go. Okay. Automatically changes plain paper, don't you think? Right, okay, so there's that one. And we'll fold that over. So that's there. And then we will get on with this one. Where is it? It be here. So close that back up. Put you up there, my little friend. And then do the same again, just pushing all the papers together, making sure they are flowing nicely. I'm just going to put you there, plonk you there, and clonk you there. Right, okay. Just going to quickly go make myself a cuppa and I'll be back. One sec. Back again. Made my cuppa. Right, okay, so we're going to do the next one. Top there. Line up with the top of that. Level. Right, are we ready? So, first one. 1, 2, 3. Last one. 4. I'm just going to raise it, go through, make the holes a little bit bigger so it's easier to go through. And my last one up there. Like so. Okay, there's that bit. Now, cotton. Needle. Okay. Move you out of the way, my friend. You back up there where you belong. Right, so then we'll get this last one in. So once again, through there and through that one. So we'll go up through there. Find that hole right there. She says it doesn't want to do it. There. Out. Without trying to stab myself. There we go. And through there. So these are great. You can find them in DIY shops and that. I found them to be the best clamps I've ever used. Especially holding my signatures together. Just make sure I haven't gone through that, which I have. There. Back through there. Just make sure that's pulling tight. It is. Then we're going to go back through that hole, back through there, there, and then through the bottom. I mean, you can do as many holes as you like. I prefer doing them in equal numbers, so 6, 8, 10, depending on how many holes you want to create. There we go. Slide you up through there. And just make sure that's tight. For some reason it doesn't feel tight with okay, there we go. And same again, triple knots. Slide you down there and get a bit of fabric. Put you guys there. Bit of fabric just to run through the centre. So we've started it now, so we might as well do the same with this one. Just shred it down, get rid of the scraggly bits, a bit of glue. I'm just going to hold those down. Just run it through the centre. And like so. There we go. And there we have it. So that is our signatures in. See, in the centre I'm going to put something else, I think. And then you've got your little bookmark that you can run through to go into each page like that, like so. And there we have it. So that's the first part. On the next video we will be putting in our pockets and doing some embellishments with it as well. So I hope you enjoyed taking part in this or watching. It's completely up to you. That one's moved over to there. Why's that moved there? It's alright, I'm going to put something over there to cover them anyway. Some fabric. So yes, I really hope you enjoy watching this, and I hope it gives you some inspiration on creating a junk journal. So thank you for watching. Happy crafting everybody, and I'll catch you on the next video. Take care guys. Bye.